Let's see if we can't do something about my boredom.
Well, here we are again, boys. The world, ancient evils, the shards getting smashed. You're like, Uncle Tenfei, you're going to do another shard hunt right after the first one? Well, I just don't understand. What possible gimmick, what possible hook, Uncle Tenfei, could keep my eyeballs on this video? Well, I felt kind of bad because we had such a good team and such a good time that last playthrough, but there were two Light Warrior boys that got left out, son. They did sitting at the dugout. They didn't even get to go to Pizza Hut afterwards, son. That's tragedy. But that would, of course, be the fighter and the thief. Oi! The fighter and the thief. For people not doing a terrible Cockney accent. So I decided we're going to two-man this one. It's just a fighter, just a thief. This is our party. There's no recruitable characters or nothing. So we're going to have to be full of pluck and gumption. Son. You know, that's what we've got to name them now. I shouldn't have said nothing. I shouldn't have said nothing because that's their names now. Pluck. You came here to pluck, right? Doesn't that spell pluke? Never mind. Never mind. Other pronunciations of my name. Here's Gump. He's Gump. He's Gump. He's Gump. He's in my head. Okay. He's Gump. He's Gump. He's Gump. He likes cornbread. The nuns get no name. The no-name nuns. Alright, this crowd's going to save the world from ancient evil. I guarantee it, son. Buy the book. I bet we do it faster than those other 4 people did. Let's give it a try. I pressed the wrong button. We've already messed up. Sorry, I was enjoying the overworld music. I turned off the music shuffler because I missed the overworld music. We never get it anymore. Now, I didn't even look at their blur scenes and such because there's only 2 of them. The settings aren't the same as the last game because it was much more difficult for these 2 fellers. So the difficulty's more balanced. But I did turn on some fun tweaks. I gave each of them 2 blessings and 1 curse to make up for it. Each of them is cursed with having a dead spirit underneath them here in the status screen. So it works out. Okay. Oh God, those words. No Masamune. So the only fighters that don't love Masamunes have never equipped one. And Pluck's like, that's me. Never will. We'll drop the Squidward reference for there. Well, this man can tank, and we'll just get him an Excalibur. Fuck it. We don't need Masamune. We got Legendary Sword at home. What about our boy, the Gump Meister? Okay, no pro ring, but he's got luck and M-Death. Son, we might as well put him in the front row after we gain 1 level. What town is this? Corneria, the Dream City. Well, I'll dream of you and how you weren't real. This tree is real, but this dancer isn't. All right, we got $800. We didn't got $800. We got $400. We spent $200 of it getting these snazzy haircuts. Well, they got a silver hammer and an ice sword, which is a nice sword, but we can't afford none of this. My God, we're gonna go out in the woods and punch people. What about shields? Look at all this high-level shit that I can't even put a down payment on, son. I can't even afford to ask them to put it on layaway. This is good. Okay, we're gonna have the hope that the early chest we can get a hold of. I'm not even gonna look at magic. Never before have we had such a need for Rat Tail, because the sooner we can class change these fellers, the sooner they can start getting spell charges. Remember, the Knight gets up to level 3 magic, and the Ninja gets up to level 4. You're like, and they only get 4 charges each. I'm like, do they? Do they? Maybe Uncle Tenfei fiddled with the settings. What say you, old man Hintman? He's like, you want the canal? It's on floor 3, northeast path of Northwest Castle. Okay, so it's in that room in the castle. I turned on some other settings that I might not necessarily 100% remember. So we're just going to experience the game together. We did start with the Beggar's Choice, son. So we got us a couple of items. What about the item shop? This is not... Pure potions are cheap. We might as well get a lot of them to start with. Tents and cabins. We should probably spend some. Cabins are cheaper than tents. Who knew? Who knew? All right, I'm gonna buy a couple more of these, and then we're gonna. Well, let's see. The inn might be very expensive. Mr. Dink might have took over the inn recently, and he's like, Douglas, I'm gonna need to see some sort of credit card before I reserve you a room. You understand? Yeah, 30 G's. That might be canon, but I can't afford canon right now, son. But we're gonna do it. I'll tell you why if we game over. You can probably guess. Now, the king will give us... This isn't the King Castles. This is Matoya's Cave. I turned on Overworld Shuffler. Remember last game we did the Town Shuffler? Well, I figured this crowd could do something different. So instead of the towns being shuffled, the other locations are. Well, one nice thing about Matoya's Cave, other than getting some dank herb, is that there's a lot of chests in here. There's actually more chests than we're used to. I turned on a setting that, like, shuffled the chests around in a way I might not have quite understood. If Jeff Goldblum's character from Jurassic Park was here, boys, he'd be giving me the sternest lecture while we were eating chili and sea bass. Well, there's money in the bank. There's heels in the pocket. Money in the bank. And a dragon sword. Let's hawk it. We're not going to hawk it. We're going to equip it. Hawk is slang for pawning. Well, anyone can equip this. And it hurts dragon. Well, I hurt dragon. Help dragon computer. Okay. Well, we've got money. Tell you what. We've got enough money. I'm going to be responsible. Because remember, there were weapons that we could buy that Pluck there could equip. I did just now realize it's a JoJo reference that his name is Pluck. How many of you kids are like, what? He's subconsciously making JoJo references. He can't stop himself. Okay, well, that should give us enough money to buy at least a bracelet for each of this crowd. And my boy in the front row, that seems to be much better, but it's also twice as much money. Well, you don't want to like skimp. It's like buying a graphics card for your computer. So splurge a little bit. I say that. I don't even want to tell you what my graphics card is on my computer. You would all be forced to shame me. We could afford one of these. Let's go ahead and throw that on the thief. And then if we can win one battle. The answer lies in the heart of battle, just like usual. We should be okay. Let's save our game first, just in case we game over. Just in case we game over. That would never happen. We don't have any AoE magics. So let's hope we didn't proc any terrible imps. Tell you what, while we're wandering around looking at bridge cutscenes, we can go see what's in Matoya's Cave. Hopefully someplace with free items. Wolves. We ain't scared of wolves. We got swords and shit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Did I say we were going to face any animosity, boys? Can't stop us. Alright, now that he's level 2, I'm going to put him in the front row because we're going to get a lot more preemptive strikes and such if he's in the front row. Because look, he's got 81 agility, 21 luck. Yeah, a little bit more. Just a hint. Save all the time. Look at that Final Fantasy 3 as seen through the lens of Final Fantasy 1's color palette. Thief, boys. Good times. Okay, here's the Temple of Fiends. So let's see what our free items are. Free items for me? A shard, you say? So we have that same setting on where I believe every 8 shards gives us an experience multiplier. I also turned on another setting just to limit our power. I'll tell you the next time we get in a fight. Counter rate is very generously low at the moment. I guess we'll kick Garland in the dick. He's holding 2 boxes in there hostage. Oh, and I guess the princess too. Knock us down, huh? If you can get through Gump, you gotta get to the Pluck. Does that work? It's an odd color scheme, but heat, boys. Al Pacino's gonna come in here any second. I screaming, "Where's the van?" as he mows us down. We just did Mega. That was Dangerous Garland, son. Have you heel fish? You both earned it. Remember now, the Cornerius shop doesn't carry those. Oh, I just realized Gump was healed to 69. The blessing. Excuse me, sweet cheeks. I gotta see some boxes. Oh, yeah. Iron armor. It's okay, I suppose. Money in a box. Lady in a box. You didn't warp me back to the castle. I guess that's part of the setting. But still, it's a little hurtful. I ain't gonna lie. Look at these. Very red and pink Gogers. They'd be strawberry flavored, I'd imagine. Everybody get... No. Does everybody get to melee their own ogre? Yeah, let's have faith. Let's see who can one-shot an ogre, son. You know the two of them get up to antics like this in battle, trying to show off to each other. 11 damage. How about pluck? That was slightly more. Maybe here you could finish that one off for me, buddy. Gump's like, I don't really care for this condescending attitude. Well, technically, Gump wins because the one he targeted second night, although he missed, he threw it all away. He snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. What I was going to mention earlier, let us save, is that I set it so that the nuns also get a cut of the experience. So it's still being divided 4 ways because I didn't want this crowd to level too fast before they class upgrade, because then you might miss out on spell charges, son. I can't have that. But to make up for that, I also turned on a setting where dead characters get experience. So the two of them will always be at the same level. That way they can keep the competition fair, son. At the end of the playthrough, you're going to have to vote your Team Pluck or Team Gump. Boys, it's going to be anarchy in the comments. Okay, well, we have more money, so we can buy more armors. We can almost buy the good shit. Oh yeah, you got to level up for you can wear opal. Steel armor is not a steal. It's expensive. I just realized most of what he sells is opal. I guess we will get the boy a bracelet. Sometimes your fighter wears a bracelet. It's got like +1. The ladies will understand. Like, I can't get with no man that ain't got no stat bonus on his armor. I'm too good for that. I'm too good for that. I respect myself. Is that a -1 dragon sword? Get the hell out of my house. Boys, this lady's hard to please. Okay, now what are we doing? We have to go up to the Temple of Fiends, quote unquote, and see what we rolled up there. So let's get a couple of these before I lose money. We don't really need a house right now. My boys don't need a house, Jerry. I want a lot of cabins because I want to save a lot. I just realized it doesn't matter if I save a lot because of the humorous setting that I've once again engaged for how game overs work. So the cabins will just be for overworld healing. And we could reset out of battles, like annoying ass fights like this one, although we didn't save our game. Run away! Run away! Run away and save your time. Real McCoy, give us the strength. Another night, another drink. It was Gump. They got us through that fight. Okay. Okay. We're all cool here. Just walking up to the quote-unquote Temple of Fiends. Now, I didn't turn on that aggravating horizontal vertical flip chance. Let's just use up all of our tents. Oh, the Earth, or the Dwarf Cave, which is in the Earth. You've got 1 box. He's in here hoping to find crystals, son. I hate to be the one to tell you, but Dr. Comet's been going a long time. I believe he was the last person to ever do a piece of art featuring Crystal Fox, son. Okay, well, I can't even talk to you. You're hid behind the boxes. What have you got for us today? Ooh. Alright, we get to do the sword shuffle. So let's see, that's 17, 12, 17. So this has better stats, and it hurts water. And it hurts water. 27, 22, 7. Yeah. Well, you're going to hold this because he's the fighter, and fighters in Final Fantasy innately like swords, son. 8-bit theater proved it. Now, we don't have the Mystic Key, so we can't open the treasury down there. So we're just going to have to make it on our own. Once again, I'm mainly saving in case we get into a really annoying battle that I want to reset out of. Probably don't need to be worrying about that this early in the game. Okay, I guess we got to walk our ass to Provoca. Who'd have thought? We're having an interesting adventure, the two of us. That's what I was going for. I don't know if we're having good times and sharing a few laughs just yet. Quite the threshold to pass, but we're getting there. Running through the woods. I did slightly lower the encounter rate because there's only 2 of us. But that don't got to matter. Now, when we get inside of dungeons, I'm sure it'll be awful. Well, Provoca's just Provoca. You'll see these shops are shuffled to humorous effect, of course. Of course. Weapon shop boy. Scimitars. And wear swords. I'm like, look at that cool sword. And Gump's like, where? And Fluck's like, yeah, exactly. Okay, we want all these magic swords. I'm just going to buy 1 of each. What am I going to go spend this money on? Magic spells? We're like magic fails. Everybody gets to hold of their own assorted. And that Scimitar's cheap. I'll buy one of them too. Now we get to compare weapon stats. Metal Gear will be surpassed before you know it. 24, 24, 19. So it's got less crit, but higher hit. That's definitely better. He can't wear that, you idiot. Put that on the boy down here. He could probably equip the... Yeah, he can equip that one. That hurts magical. 21, 18, 23. Okay, so there's not much improved in case we get... Unless we come up against magical. Does Astos count as a magical being? Is this wear sword better than what? This is the whole playthrough. It's just going to be us comparing swords. There's no way to deal damage. We just have to compare swords. Where is ye armor shop? There better be an extra P and E on the end of that word, or I'll take my business elsewhere. Look who's standing in front of ye old armor shop like he belongs there. Clothes. Casters love it. Ye old item shop, of course. Smoke Heel House. You're like, what the hell, smoke? So I turned on some improved items, like I said I was going to do. So these are smoke bombs. If you're used to like Final Fantasy VI, they let you run away from like any fight. So that's a good thing. If you use them against a boss, it said it moves you back one space. So that way if you're trying to use it to cheese like a trap tile, you can't do it. Alright, we're going to max out our heal potions. So we need 73 heal potions. Yeah. Buy us a couple smoke bombs in case things get real shitty in the city. Okay. We're going to have to individually beat every one of these pirates to death. So let's put this boy in the front. There we go. I want him to absorb all his. Does he even have better defense? 22, 52, 17, 131. He should be evasion tanking. But no. Pluck insists that he's the fighter, so he gets to tank. It's one of the rules he made up at the start. I like these cool, like, vaporwave pirates. Alright, I'll take the 3 on the top. You take the 3 on the bottom, and then we'll share the ones in the middle. First one to miss loses. Every time one of them misses, they have to buy the next round. Which is just the 2 of them, so it's not that bad. Get a picture. Good God, he hit that pirate 269s, boys. You love to see it. You can tell the difference in how they like to fight their pirates, son. Whether they start at the back or not. It's kind of like when you're eating a Little Debbie, like, Nutty Buddy bar. Do you bite the whole thing or do you take the layers apart? I usually eat about half of it, and then I'll start separating the layers, son. Make it last. Make Little Debbie last, son. Alright, so far we ain't got no misses. You're like, you're dang right, you ain't got no misses. Sausage fest-ass party you put together, and you were proud of it. They're going to have to race to see who gets to kill the last pirate. Son, place your bets now. It was Gump. It had to be Gump. He's just faster. Dex always beats strength, baby. Or that's so they tell you. The TNT. Well, I know where the dwarves are. And I know a feller who would like to blow open a canal. That ain't the inn, dumbass. God almighty. They put this asshole in charge of the randomizer. Reset me out of town. Alright, I believe No. It was the Temple of Fiends. My voice is already getting scraggly. Wow, you are just the crowd I want to run into. Why don't you drink a smoke bomb? I realize you have to use the drink menu, and you just run away. Oh yeah, make yourself easy to dodge. More like easy to miss me with that shit when I run away. Like a hero. Well, that was fun. What a fun battle we fled. I was trying to drink water one-handed that whole time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget we were going to put Gump back in the front row. So we're more likely to get pretty much right. Well, ain't you just a tough iguana? He's tougher than a whole crew of pirates. Alright, put you back here. Put you back there. Only a bandana-headed, blue-haired boy could get us through the map. You run and you fight. Don't fog up. The enemies proc like annoying buffs this time. At least they're not slinging crack like the damn ogres last time. Jesus. Paul Rubin. Can we fight 3 horses? I believe in us. See if these boys are strong enough to solo a horse each. Yep, Pluck can. What about Gump Gump? Takes 2 swings to take down a horse in the woods. Okay. I'll be real interested at the end of the playthrough when I demand you leave a nice comment explaining which character was the preferred, who got first place. You'll have to like put some explanation in there. Even if it's just one word, even if it's just an emoji. Not the shrugging emoji, my god. Such indifference. Alright, buddy, here's your TNT. What you got for T and me? Crystal was hanging out down here in the dwarf cave, son. Learning how to dig. Learning how to hide from the internet. Son, she thinks Dr. Comet's still out there. Looking for her. What a weird narrative the entire Tenfei channel is. Okay, so Matoyo is here at the castle. What a roundabout way we're getting through the beginning of this playthrough. Alright. Well, I guess I'll go back to the dwarf cave then. Thanks. You crowd couldn't just like write each other a letter or something? I'd have paid for the postage, my god. They're paying me in Light Warrior life experience. I love this encounter rate, boys. We're having the best time. This is going to be a good time, Randomizer, boys. Hey, idiot, what do you got? Finally, a boat. So it should spawn down there at Corneria Port. Portnaria, some folks calls it. They're wrong, and we all hate them for saying that, but some folks calls it that. Who am I to disparage them? Like, you literally just did. Like, I didn't know you were paying attention. Let's just kill these imps. I don't know how to describe their color scheme. I want to call it like John Deere / Green Bay Packers, but the green is like puke. The puke version. I like that we both have a cool color sword. Wait, do we both have the same color sword? That's so embarrassing. I didn't realize. When we showed up at the party, one of us got to go home and change now. Alright, we got enough shit. I think we do. Alright, we're going to be sailing on a boat, which means we can go to Elfland and whatever the hell the dwarf cave is now. Let's find out together. Look at these awful eyeballs. At least both of us can just poke them and have them explode. Or one of us can miss. Son Pluck's going to order the most expensive drink on the menu. He wants a Long Island iced tea, but he wants a double. He wants a Long Island iced tea served in a 32-ounce draft glass, son. My god. This is the damn Mirage Tower. I ain't even got the chime. Should we go in there and see if we can't sneak us out a couple of 2 or 3 sneaky cheeky item checks? I'm going for it. Gregory House, you son of a bitch. I knew you were hiding in the Mirage Tower because you didn't want to do your clinic job. The robot is up there. He's like, bleep bloop, lupus detected. And Gregory House is like, no, I'm leaving. Okay. So we can't use that till we upgrade, but that's not bad. +2 Vorpal Swords, son. Jabberwockies hate to see it. Burbling as they come and such. The fighter can wear that. I don't know if it's good, but he can wear it. It still fits. Yeah, he don't need to dodge. That's why we got a thief. Soft potion. Now, we're not going to have any kind of warping capability unless when we level up, one of them can learn exit and one of them can learn warp. We got 2 big money amounts that had 69 in them. I appreciate that. Look at these cool controls. If only we hadn't obliterated that robot. Oh no, this is a bad, bad man. You run away and you drink a smoky drink, boys. Hell yeah. Good shit. Now, there's actually several items like that. I want to comment on how cool those black light poster tigers look. Well, we got to get the hell out of here. And save on the overworld. Oh no. We just had to run away this time. Okay, that wasn't that bad. That bad man weren't too bad. He weren't like bad Leroy Brown. Who, might I add, is the baddest man in the whole damn town. We can't walk down there. We have no canoe. You crowd really ain't worth fighting because you fog up. See if we can't kill the creep before they start fogging. Fogging up the windows at the drive-in, son. What are you getting up to in there with your date, huh? Them creepy hands getting grabby? Did Endless Mike from The Adventures of Pete and Pete teach you that trick? Son, Ellen ain't gonna be impressed. Oh, as always, take one step in the boat. Saving the open sea. We have a cabin in the middle. Well, I mean, a boat like this has a cabin. Or two. Alright, what say ye, Elfland? Now, Elfland will be the same. It's the castle that'll be different. It's the ice cave. And that's not a nice cave. When you're the Light Warriors and everything wants to kill you. Look at all this good shit, boys. Hot damn. Giant slayers. Hell yeah, I'm buying everything, son. Put it in the empty spot. Well, I mean, we're not going to buy those nunchucks, and we don't need another coral sword. Although, if we go down the river... Fuck it. I'm buying one. Okay. So, how does this flame sword compare? 30, 26, 16. It's got a higher hit rate, which is generally what you want. That's got the highest hit rate of all. 20. No, it's about the same as this. Okay, here's how you're going to do this. You're going to put that on right here. You're going to trade the drag. No. For now, do like that. I mean, it's unless we find like a trap chest that has particularly annoying enemies that keep killing us. Because you can't change weapons in battle, unfortunately. They hadn't invented that yet in Final Fantasy 1, and I guess the randomizer crowd can only do so much. They can only change so many variables and flags before Nadir shows up. Well, there's our pro ring that only one boy can wear, and it ain't cheap. It's a really nice helmet compared to that garbage he's got on his head, though. Get that pile of shit off your head, son. You don't want Buddy Love to find out at open mic night. You're like, it wasn't actually open mic night. He just stormed up on the stage and grabbed the mic from the character Chappelle was playing. Could you, off the top of your head, name the comedian that Dave Chappelle plays in The Nutty Professor that gives Professor Clump such a hard time? And then Buddy Love goes up there and eradicates him. Blasto, son! You better hope the Elder Centipede don't find out we got the #1 ranked hero. So that is an item that casts Fire 3. I like how it treats it like a piece of gear. It must be something to do with the programming. It's an item that casts Fire 3. So, I mean, at the end of the game, when we have too much more money than cents, I guess we can buy a bunch of them. But in the meantime, we've got to stick to what we know. Okay, well, let's buy some cabins while we've got cabin buying money. Always buy a stack of 10 pure potions when they're that cheap. Yeah, if we could just get some rat tails, son, I bet we could buy all kinds of magic spells. I still refuse to look at the magic spells until we can learn them. I don't want to know how either A, we're not going to get shit, or B, there's all kinds of good shit that I'm going to wish we had. Okay, we could trudge over to the Marsh Cave in the castle and see what they became, or we could just try to run through the Ice Cave. I don't like our odds in the Ice Cave, especially with no way to warp or anything. You know the rat tail's sitting in there right now, son. Rat tail on ice. Now, I know I would go to that production, son. Although it'd probably be hard to get skates on them Clayrun dancer girls, since they've got them anthropomorphic digitigrade rat people feet. I think actual rats are plantigrade. It's another thing they share with humanity. But Burmesians and Clayruns aren't actually rats when you think. It's like that painting that says this isn't a pipe, but in French, ne c'est une pipe. I believe is the title of it. By some Frenchman. That was the name of the artist. Some Frenchman. Why you crowd got to have all kinds of magic spells that hurt me? Nezumi. Although in the Japanese version of Final Fantasy IX, apparently they don't like actually refer to them as like Burmesians and Clayruns. They just call them Nezumi, which means rat. They're very by the book in Nippon when it comes to their rat folks, son. Hard to impress them. Okay, this is Castle Corneria. We can finally talk to the damn princess. Warping the hey, sweetheart, thanks for sticking me with the bill at the Temple of Fiends when I got done kicking Garland in the dick. You're a saint. She had that dang herb too. Now we got to find the prince. And heavy weighs the crown. I guess I'm the king now. What do y'all got in your secret boxes? Oh yeah, we need to explore the whole castle, because these are the boxes from the treasury. They've been shuffled around. You're like, you don't sound very sure, Uncle Pepe. You know, we never go in these rooms. One of them has an infamous invisible character because of the way the layering was set up. Because you see how when we walk in a room, the contents of the room become visible and all the other actors and sprites become clear. But there's a room up here that had a character walking around. Might have been this very room. And they were like set to be on the wrong layer. It's just a fun little... Why is there a trap tile in here with a mudgul protecting this lady? Are you the monster under the bed? You're about to be the monster under the dead. Don't think about it too hard, or else it might not make sense. What were you guarding? It was so good. Sweet cheeks. Thank you for saying. Yeah, you're welcome. She's something. I see you had one of the world-saving shards. You just keep it here for fun. That's interesting. Now, we don't have the Mystic Key. If we can get Gump to level 15, he will gain lockpicking. That's a setting you could turn on. So if we never find the Mystic Key until later, that'll give us an option. It's actually one of the blessings / curses thieves can get when you turn on lockpicking, is plus 10 or minus 10 levels needed to pick locks. Well, I'm glad you all live in the Marsh Cave now. You really turned that place around. Let's see what's in the Northwest Castle. Whether it'll be a Northwest hassle. And if Astos is living in there, then he'll be the Northwest asshole. Oh, it's the Sea Shrine. I ain't got no ox shell or nothing. You crowd want me to go in the deepest dungeons? Well, we're going to have to pick one because we have no canoe. So we can't escape the inner sea area. We can't get to Crescent Lake or the volcano or the ice cave locations. We could try to make it up to the mermaid room and get our free items. There are a couple of Mystic Key locked rooms in this place that you don't normally have to worry about because you know, the Mystic Key. Also, this setting is interesting because it lets you go into all the rooms. It's good for somebody like me who can't ever remember where the shit is in the Sea Shrine. That's not a bad shield, even though it rolled -1 to have at this level. Hot damn indeed. Okay. Fine. Sour grapes, sour shrimp. Now that C-shaped room, Ghost will beat the shit out of you. We got to get out of here, boys. No, they're cheating. Oh, God, we game overed. And you know what happens when you game over on this setting? Kids at home, say it all with me. Dragon Warrior rules. The two of us are brought back here and we lose half our money. But the game does autosave. So, if we were deep in a dungeon, we wouldn't lose as much shit. Good for us. Good for us. Fun adventures for us today. Well, let's try to do the ice cave. Run away and run away and run away and run away. Okay. We need to find a weapon that casts an AoE spell. Or Zap or Bane or Quake or something. We need some of that good shit. We've been finding good equipment, but, I mean, it still means the two of us have to melee all the enemies to death. And the Blasto item happened to roll 15k gills. We'd have to be strapped to the gills to be able to afford that. Jesus. Alright. Well, we don't have to go over there to the trap tile, and we got a strict upgrade of our iron thing. See, 8 -1. Oh yeah, that's like multiples is better. Fractals and moles, avocados number, and all this shit. He's already got one of those now. We bought it at the store. Why am I so damn dehydrated? I know why. I ate a banana earlier, and it sucked all the moisture out of me, like Tank Girl. Well, ain't you crowd fucking lovely to run away from today? Especially since you slowed us down. Gump's a dodgy motherfucker, son. You're gonna have a hard time taking him down. And he can run. Ooh-wee! The ribbon. I'll tell you what, you've been such a good sport about being in the front row without any decent armor. I'm gonna let him have the ribbon, because he's the runner. Runner ribbon. Vib ribbon. That's very unread. It's like those orange semi-trucks you see that say yellow on the side of them and make people on the internet mad when they're filming their viral videos. Don't even bring up the truck delivering DiGiorno pizzas, son. He'll have none of it. Well, you one solid hit, that boy collapsed. Pluck can take it on the jaw, son. He knows how to handle a dragon. Well, thank God they're both still getting experience. His corpse leveled up, so I'm not as mad. Okay, well, I'm going to take this ribbons just because you're a corpse. You understand, don't you? I guess we'll be back in the front row. Or does his corpse still affect the rate that we get attacked at? I don't know, but I just want to see the fighter on the front of the party, son. Does my heart good. I missed him in the last playthrough. He's a lovable scamp. You're like, wouldn't that be the thief? I'm like, no, he's a right tosser. You crowd are lovely today. If only I had a smoke bomb. We gotta just try to run and pray. Okay, it worked. Thank you. Thank you for this useless garbage. Are you, Bones? I just want to run away from these skeletons. We're going to try running one more time, and then I'm going to come swinging. Okay, you crowd are lucky that I got agile. We're just going to have to heal the fool after like every fight. Just to try to get out of here, son. Just to try and survive. The wrath. Oh no, he went first, and now he's going to be murdered second. And it's sad, and I hate it. I hate it! Okay. Neat. Uh-huh. Real green for frost giants and wolves these days. He's got HP. Now remember, he started with, he had plus Viet. I don't even remember what the other one was. I was so distraught that he couldn't equip Masamune. Should I just be beating these things to death? Would I have won if I had just beat them to death? Probably. Yeah, well, he just had straight up plus 20 HP. Only really good at the very beginning. Alright, what you crowd got for me today? Cash money, huh? Ice shields are nice shields. Isn't that what he's wearing? No, it's much better. Because this is 7-1. This is, yeah, and it resists fire. Fire! The rub stick. Well, we have a way to cast a spell, but it's just rub. Rub away the worries. We could try it for fun, I suppose. When Gump isn't a corpse anymore, maybe we'll give it to him. He likes to swing sticks around. I'm just gonna kill you all this time. Like a hero. It's what Gump's corpse would have wanted. We're the heroes. We're the heroes. Mm-hmm. If it's 2 or less enemies, I'll fight. Of course, they had cremate. Or he's wearing a ribbon now. I don't know why I care about any of that shit. An unkillable fucking monstrosity is how he'll be described in the Bard songs. Hard to rhyme. You could rhyme it with both of these, though, son. Probably work in a Wendy's promotion while you're at it. Maybe Imagine Dragons will open for you, son. It'll all come together. If any dragons are watching this episode, they're clicking like because they love these nuts jokes, son. Especially if it's that fucking kinky as shit dragon from Ori for Weta. A cure helmet. And it casts cure too. That's not bad, all things considered. Gives us a way to direct heal in battle. It's a shame we can't use it outside of battle. If it doesn't detect the animosity of monsters, it doesn't activate. Alright, what's our trap time? It was moved. We got a bitchy canoe, boys. Alright, what was this? Oh, this was that dragon. Probably should run away. If I'd have put the cure helmet on him, maybe. We'll take a swing. It's not confident. If we get a crit, maybe. Fuck, we gotta get out of here. Okay, thank God. Thank God we made it. Now remember, ooh, I almost don't want to heal. If we do game over, remember it does save everything, so other than losing some of that money, which, once again, until we can buy spells, not really a huge deal if we lose a lot of money. Any excess we could use to buy Blasto items, son. This would be a perfect situation to have had one when we got in one of them earlier fights with lots of enemies and not lots of living party members. Just saying. Get me back to the overworld map. I'm gonna go to town and take an overworld nap. Could have workshopped that one a little better. Apologize for that. Okay. Let's see, what of this armor can we just sell and get rid of? The silver shield, the iron bracer. Here, let's just put them all on the pawn character down here. Alright, now that he lives again, we'll give him the ribbon back. We were going to give him the broad staff because he loves it. Here, put our late game good weapons that we can't use right now down here. Let's see, 21, 20. Yeah, because I don't think he can use most of it. He can use that one, but it's not really better unless... See, if I'd thought about it before we fought that dragon, I could have put this on the fighter. Because I cranked it up so that the special weapons, when you're hitting an enemy that's weak to them, do like a lot more damage. Or more than you would consider. It went from like 30 to 50 or something like that. 2 ice swords. Son, if we go up against Carrie, I want both of us to have one once we class upgrade. Or if we found a red mage. Pause for laughter. Alright, what the hell are we selling? What are we selling, stranger? I got this. Oh yeah, I want to buy a pro ring. That's something we could use all this worthless money for. All these worthless fruits and vegetables. Alright, you're going to hold that for me. And you're going to... Okay, he did have an open slot, so it didn't matter. Oh. That's right. Wait. He can't... But it says fighter. Was that one of his things? No, he can't equip the mass... Oh, I have them in the wrong order. I was sitting here having an existential crisis for a second. Forgot that the boy yet lives, which means he gets to walk around. He gets to strut his stuff with his bandana, son. Alright, we need to get our heals back up. I was going to buy a blast item before I remembered the pro rings were real. So we need 37. 37?! I just found out my girlfriend bought 37 heal potions. And Jay and Silent Bob were like, okay. Why is that bad? Snooch to the nooch! Okay, so we have the canoe. Let's go on a canoe adventure. The Canoe Adventures of Old Christine, starring Elaine Bennis. No, I never watched any of the Seinfeld cast follow-up shows. One jaundiced shark stalks his prey in the night. Murdered. Obliterated. What route are we going to take? Because remember, the canal is still sealed. Which means our only option is to dock at this port. Every time you see me, I'll be docking at port. Now, one thing we can do on the overworld is if we know a battle is about to go tits up and we've been saving frequently, we can reset. Control our own destiny, son. Use our determination. Now, see, this is when we should have had our coral swords equipped. We'd be doing big hit swings. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Big hit swings. Yeah, he has the coral sword already. Boom. I wish a river monster would attack me right now. I do, actually, because as soon as I touch land, I have to switch weapons. Well, this is... I keep forgetting the towns aren't shuffled. I was about to start yelling about vanilla. Okay, nothing really too fancy that I don't already know about. I'm quite familiar with these types. You know, I may have never stepped on these tiles in any Final Fantasy playthrough. I may have not even known you could. Not till today. Get some gloves. Here we go. That's a straight upgrade for our boy. Okay. What armor is the fighter wearing? He's still wearing a bracelet as well, isn't he? Okay, yeah, 26. So sell your silver. Yes, and sell your... Okay, he is wearing that, but I don't know if I have enough money to buy two. I don't. It's like that time Ronnie in Womp Comics told Agrius he had been like doing online surveys to make extra income and was treating her to a nickel candy. And then he saw that she picked up 2 of them. And the final frame is like a close-up of his face while her hand is holding the 2 of them. And he's sweating bullets. He's just thinking, 2? Boys, I don't know how much money she thinks he's making taking them online surveys to be splurging on 2 nickel candies, boys. Times are tough. That's just a silver knife. Look at this long sword. That's the wrong sword. If we had a white mage, we could equip them awfully cheap. Alright, well, I'm glad you crowd had a bunch of garbage. Very green grass, though. Hank Hill would approve of this place. That Crescent Lake, I tell you what. I'm going to set them up with a propane account. That volcano could run on propane. Now, you may be wondering why we need the ox shell when we can just enter the sea shrine on a whim. Well, to enter the little submarine in the town of Onrak and see what it now currently leads to. The lady won't let us in there without the ox shell, son. We don't have a degree from Oxiel. If we only got into Ox Brown. Here's another little area that I don't know if I've ever explored. Soul. It's not quite like the little bit of water in that level 2-5 of Mario Bros. 3. Alright, we're headed up to the volcano. It's going to be a real volcano, son. I'm thinking it might lead to like the space station. Or, I wonder if the Mirage Tower connects to the space station. They might be considered one big dungeon. One big fungeon. This is Bahamut's cave. Neat. Well, that means... Here, let's... I don't know why I'm doing all this. Because I'm a crazy person. Now, there are no fights here, and we don't have to fight Bahamut, but we do have to have Rattail. I don't blame him. You know, there's a setting in the randomizer to remove the Rattail from the game. I almost gagged when I said it. Well, he's just got a lot of money in here. And a silver knife. And more money. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, I'm a real hero. This is Bahamut's room. And now they're gone. Now he's alone. He's like, hey, how y'all doing? Can't help but notice no rat tail on you. I see some Khajiit hair on you, but that's not the same thing. Anybody can pull some Khajiit tail. Son, but it takes a classy gentleman to get rat tail. Alright, once again, I'm just saving in case battles get aggravating. The heat of battle. Squinting at me? This is already taking a month. I hit Control E and I've opened... I don't know what I've opened. The event viewer. I don't think y'all are seeing it in the mess in the emulator. There was all kinds of integers and variables and hexadecimal code. I was seeing through the matrix, son. If it was H.P. Lovecraft's story, I'd already gone insane. We're getting bonus river damage. I don't know if it's good, but we're getting it. While the getting's good. Yeah, you muted my fighter. How did I ever win? Oh no, he can't talk. Not since that little bat fox lady from Dust got silenced. Has somebody been so disingenuously worried about a character's inability to talk? You crowd are real fucking pleasant. I'm glad I saved my game recently. I ain't going anywhere near a big pack of fish like that without an AoE or something. Surprised we haven't found any of the new items, because there's 4. We've seen the smoke and the blast. But I believe a couple of them should be in treasure boxes. Alright, what are we procking Ice Cave today? The Northwest Castle. Interesting. Well, we have the crown. I don't think it was required. That's like a setting you have to turn on. All this old man gets real fucking happy. Come on, Cannon Rat Tail, baby. Today is the day. We enter the 9 room before the 6 room. Everything's ruined. Nobody wants to get up on a 96. I like how this is just slightly moved over. The gargoyle statues are just so mad they have stared at each other now. It's like tricking the weeping angels in Doctor Who into looking at each other. They're like, well, I guess we're just going to stare at each other for eternity. You bloody git. You forget they're British. Like, are the Weeping Angels themselves British? Every character in Doctor Who is British. Idiot. Idiot. I think the two of us can take down a couple of Medusas. I forgot to give Pluck a good sword. He didn't even need the good sword. We intentionally gave him a worser sword as a joke. And then made worser use of the English language. Don't forget we got the rub stick. Okay, this is real fun. We're having a lot of fun in the teleporter maze today. In fact, just for fun, why don't you rub one of them Medusa ladies out, son? Ooh, erased. Oh yeah. He's just practicing for when he becomes a ninja. He gets access to dark magics. I see James Rolfe raising his hand, thinking I'm going to call on him so he could yell more like fart magic. I know your games, Jimmy. Little Jimmy Rolfe at the back of the class cutting it up with little Mike Matei. Okay, I didn't realize the mummies sometimes can just decide to beat the dog shit out of you. Sometimes you proc angry mummies. Could make another Doctor Who reference with the phrase, "Are you my mummy?" But I won't do it. I have more taste than that, son. Oh Lord, please let me pick the right pillar so we don't have to do all this again. My faith was unrewarded. I know it sounds sordid, but you'll be unrewarded. Not even Scar singing a song about being prepared could have got me through it. And now the 6. Oh God, we have another 50-50 shot. I don't remember if we've been in this room or not. Everything's a lie. Everything's a lie. Okay, thank God. Nightmare. I'm gonna rub one of these nightmare horses till it dies. No, you have to kill the nightmare with your rub magic. Everyone knows the best way to overcome a nightmare is by rubbing, son. Release some of them chemicals in your brain. Spooky horses can't whisper in your ear and make you have bad dreams when you're rubbing. Okay, we had to give up. We're just gonna have to beat this horse to death. You're like, yeah, that's the Tenfei channel, all right, beating a dead horse. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Talk about an analogy. Talk about a metaphor. Okay, $2. Now that's its own reward when you think about it. A ye old shard. Okay, at least we're getting sharded up. How many we got? 6. Pick up sticks. We found ramen. So now we can get past the Titan. The Aegis, hell yeah, boys. And we have a night to wear it. Hot damn. Dressed to the nines. The night of the nines. Okay. Well. So now we need to... guess we need to go through another one of them dungeons somewhere. Let's run away. Maybe we can run away. Thank you. Thank you for being a hero. Goodbye. Should we go up and around the Provokaway? Let's think. The Northwest Castle was the Sea Shrine, right? What other dungeons did we see that we haven't done yet? Oh, the Mirage Tower. That was the Elf Castle? Right? Well, my boat's down here, so regardless, that's not the correct path. That's another one of them soulful areas that I love, but I'm not interested in visiting right this second. I'll look it up on ye old Google Maps later. Getting some good canoeing in, good cardio. You like the cardio islands? Or is that a Bahamut reference? Uncle Tenfei. Uggers in the woods. Uggers in the woods. I love slaughtering uggers in the woods. Alright, we teamed up. Cooperation and teamwork has got us through this ogre battle. Let us clean together. Okay, this was the ice cave which we cleared. So, trying to remember, was it the dwarf cave that was the Mirage Tower, maybe? Let's see if we can't do some more at the Sea Shrine. We got game over the last time. In fact, let's go by town and spend some of this money before we get the shit beat out of us again. I hate getting the shit beat out of me with full pockets. I ain't worried about selling any shit right now. Or talking that shit. If we had gone back to Crescent Lake, I could have bought another gold armlet for the boy. It would have been a good idea. It would have been the correct idea. Let's buy a blast item for when things get dicey. Blasto, the #1 S-rank hero. How are ye old heal potions holding up? And as always, keep the cabins flowing like honey. Pooh Bear's like, did somebody mention a honey cabin? I'd be rather interested in that. Hopefully it doesn't turn out like that honey wagon incident. Okay. Okay, spiders. You're cool and all, but we're just gonna run away. We're like the heroes. So we really shouldn't be having to deal with your nonsense. Oh, we have the herb. Let's go wake the prince up. I forgot he's, wasn't this the elf castle? Was this Corneria Castle? Yeah, this was Corneria. I remember now. What level are we at? Oh, he's almost 15. If we hit 15 before we find the key, we'll have to go on an unlocking frenzy. Lockpicking lawyer himself will have to start looking up at his second monitor where Tenfei's playing. Okay. So, we never made it up to the mermaids. I believe a bunch of ghosts. Son, I wish a Naga would cast a thunder spell on us, son. Get smoked. Okay, okay. We have HPs. We have the HPs. You're a real pleasant crowd. Well, Pluck ran away. Not often the fighter gets to be the one who's the hero that runs. Now, I know that room is empty, but it's not going to stop me from looking inside. Ruse snakes, huh? That's interesting. You crowd just have fun with that. I have to get on with my life. We could fight the water, right? The two of us? We're going to beat up the ocean. Once again, to bring up the adventures of Pete and Pete's son, we're going to be like Little Pete and Artie, the strongest man in the world. When you're doing your fan art of this playthrough, feel free to depict Gump as Little Pete and Pluck as Artie, the strongest man in the world, cosplaying as the fighter and thief, of course. Now, this is going to be locked inexplicably. Even in the vanilla game, that door requires the Mystic Key, but you can never get here before you get the Mystic Key. Maybe they planned Final Fantasy to be even more open-ended than it was. They were already going to ruin Final Fantasy with open world nonsense, even back then. Even before Final Fantasy 15 was a dream, a twinkle. I can't say Sakaguchi's eye. He had nothing to do with that game, God bless him. He's a saint. We didn't miss a room up there, did we? No. Alright, please don't die before the mermaid room. Thank you. Because there's lots of loot to be had. Shit's going to be moved all around, though. We might as well obliterate some mermaids while we're here. You know what I should have done? I should have named the characters Zale and Stunk. We could have been making Ishizoku reviewers jokes this whole time. Although we would have no Krim. I guess Krim would be a white mage. The silver hatchet can't be better than my flame sword, but I want to look at it. 27, 13, 11. Not the wrong. It's the wrong item, stupid. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I know what I'm doing. Flailing through the menus. Okay, 30. I think the gold bracelet is better. No, it's 26. I'll never click correctly. Why does it keep jumping around? It's not my fault. You know, I'm actually playing with an NES controller. I don't know if I've mentioned this to y'all, but I bought a USB adapter that lets you plug in Wii accessories. And if you remember, the NES and Super Nintendo Classics both use that style connector. So I'm using my NES Classic controller in the Messin emulator. So there you go. The Tenfa experience. I'd be willing to give up slight evasion to gain that much absorption. It's not a bad thing. Some might even call it a good thing. Where do you think you're going? Not getting obliterated. Heal potions. I missed. Bubbles. Yeah, I'll reduce you to bubbles, sweetheart. Very green sea shrine. I haven't pointed that out. Must be an algae bloom. Low oxygen in the water. The canal was in the sunken shrine. There's something poetic about that. Well, now we can sail the open seas, so we got a lot more variety of places to look. Where could the rat tail be? I think every one of these randomizers that y'all watch now, when you first start it, you should leave a comment guessing where the tail is going to be. I mean, you could do that right now if you want to. You've got an advantage in that you've seen a bunch of places it wasn't. Oh, I love all these preemptive strikes that Gump gets us with his pluck and his gumption in equal measure. Just wait till the next duo randomizer, son, will have to be piss and vinegar. Pretty sure they're just the name of two enemies from Dragon Ball Z movies. Look at you hiding all these cool boxes over here that I weren't supposed to know about. Alright, I am going to save. So if we think we're about to game over, we could panic. We have a panic button, restart point. Son, might be a good time to sound sync and drink some water too. So I'm probably going to do that as well. Alright, we might not be able to beat Kraken, but we can loot his treasures. Now, there might be chests in these rooms that very infamously never have treasures. I like how we're procking a lot of green enemies down here too to tie into the whole algae bloom theme. You crowd didn't. You crowd went your own way. But we ran away. Our heroicism overfloweth, son. Yeah, I guess the downside to having them in this order is the pluck and gumption joke doesn't work as well. I might have named them backwards. This isn't even a room. It's just a sealed box. It's just a sealed box. David Blaine is in there right now, son. Week 3. Is he still a thing? You never hear his name anymore. Does he still like freeze himself in the middle of Times Square? Look at this awesome sun sword we found. Now, can a fighter wield a sun sword? I'd like to think so, because it would be good. Fighter ninjas, red mages. Son, hell yeah. Not only... I traded wrong. I traded wrong. Not only is the stats better, but if we come up against the undead, they're getting a smacking. I believe Lich is undead. Good for him and me for having that sword. Every time you see me, I be having that sword, having that sword, having that sword. Ye old short sword. Henceforth and verily. Now, I'm pretty sure I turned on at least 20 trap chests. We haven't encountered one yet. That's probably where the best items are. The most best items, too. 26 minus 21 as opposed to... I'm doing it. Weigh that boy... I never can. I've had the worst inventorying this playthrough. Now, that's 26 and 0. It's just better. He just doesn't wear armor. He's one of these... He's like in Final Fantasy VII. The characters don't wear armor. They wear like bangles. And mash. And Final Fantasy VIII doesn't even have armor. You have a weapon that you don't really equip. You like upgrade it at a store if you find enough junk and monster parts. Get you a disc 1 Lionheart while you're breaking the fucking game open. You're like, man, obviously it's too easy after you spend 30 hours before the Balam mission to Dalit playing triple triad and maxing out your shit. Like, really? You don't say? Huh? Ain't that something? I don't know if I want to keep exploring and I want my boy to help me run away. Real McCoy understands. And if I wanted to res him, we'd have to walk out of here and then trudge to the nearest town. Like, hey, I think that's how that works in JRPGs, Uncle Tippy. That's the point. Okay, we have to look in all these weird rooms down here that you never go in, because there could be a box. And I just don't know the layout of this place, man. I'll never learn it. Takes away from the charm of the randomizer. Blasto was down here, son. Don't let Tatsumaki know. She's a big Blast fan. Fangirl otaku. Actually, I think she's more of a Saitama fan these days, son, if you keep up with the manga. Just saying. Season 3 win. Lobsters. I'm running away from some lobsters. Yep, close call indeed. Make that boy healthy. Now, I'm not going to try to... Well, maybe it would be better to try to fight Kraken, because even if I game over, I'll warp all the way out of here. The thief will be rezzed. I'll just lose half of that money. It's not too big a deal when you think about it, son. The gill you own ends up owning you, son. Tyler Durden's going to appear any second now. Start ranting about Martha Stewart. Look at all these lobsters. What if we just blew these lobsters up with a blasto? Let's try it. For fun. The first AoE of the playthrough, boys. Oh god, one lobster survivor. To be slain with a sun sword. Sun Tzu's sun sword, I'd like to think, because it's real hard to say. Don't even get me started on the seashells he sells down at the seashore. Oh no, this room has treasure chests in it. The other ribbon? Well, that'll be nice to equip to your corpse. Oh wait, his corpse already has a ribbon. I forgot to switch them over. I'm glad that mistake fixed itself. Once again, to bring up Cosmo Kramer, I fell ass backwards into good items and luck. Because I'm filled with pluck. Gumption sold separately. This place is littered with shards. And the Phantom of the Eyeball. I ain't scared of you, Phantom of the Eyeball. I should be scared of the Phantom of the Eyeball. I just now realized. Just now dawned on me. He ain't really worth fighting. Which is tough for a fighter, because that's his occupation and also his life creed. Opal armlets, giant swords. The ninja can equip the giant sword, can he? It'd be fun. Well, no, we can buy those at the store, just like the Star Fox 64 Player's Guide, son. Alright, we're going to take a stab at Kraken. We're going to try to feel him a Kraken. Look, he's got a box hid in here, too. What an asshole. Alright, I just drank one of those to hype myself up. I think we got the best armor we could strap onto that boy. The only spellcasting item we have is Rub. We don't got fast or nothing. I'm just going to go in there swinging and praying. Hey, you're fairly normally colored. You just got a little bit of a different shade of purple. Yeah, that's bad. If only we had Rouge. Or Rouge the Bat. If she was here, I wouldn't mind that either. Yeah, that's about how that should go. I was just about to point out that you have another option for your fan art of this playthrough of depicting the thief as Rouge the Bat and the fighter as Shadow the Hedgehog, or Knuckles, depending on how you feel, or hell, Tails the Fox. I ain't one to judge on who you ship your Bat Lady with. Oh no, what a shame. We're back here, and we're all healthy and wealthy, and well, we're less wealthy than we used to be, but we're a bit wiser, I suppose. Okay, now that we've done all that, where are we going next? Next time on Final Fantasy Randomizer Z. Oh yeah, we opened the canal. The world is now our oyster. Guess let's head over to Mailmond. Maybe they sell rat tail in Mailmond. They don't have it in an item shop, I just remembered. We proc Red Melmon again. Red Dead Melmon Volver. The cat claw. God bless it. We have no use for it though. We have no scrappy fellers. I guess I didn't turn on the improved Melman because the clinic is ruined. Days of ruin. Okay, this is some good shit they've got for sale in this fucking place, boys. Even the thief could wear the pro cape if he really wanted to. It's not bad armor to have. Alright, so let's see. Because this is like a flat 30, right? Once again, I don't know how to menu. It's plus 26. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely make that trade, boys. He finally had a suit of armor if I knew how inventories work. So that resists ice and that resists fire, and he has a ribbon, so it doesn't matter. That resists all. That resists good times. When they level up, they could technically wear that hat if they didn't already have the best head item in the game. Okay. Well, we have the Titan's food item. Now, I turned on junk food and it made ramen a choice. I guess when you think about it, ramen can be classified as junk food. It's just pure sodium and umami flavor, son. Take you a big slurp of ramen and then go, umami. Weren't that good? Groger, huh? I'm filled with confidence. Fit the burst with it. Now that we both got ribbons, we don't really have to be as scared of special attacks. The scariest thing about this playthrough right now is our lack of rat tail. Also a bunch of annoying ass spiders, but the only thing that's scary about them is wasting our fucking time. I guess I could be speeding up these more tedious battles. Get us through the randomizer quicker. Somehow they ran. I won't do that all the time, I promise. I know you crowd are here for me bitching and moaning. Well, it was the Titan's Cave, but it was the other entrance. That's good luck, I guess. He eats it like raw, son, just like you can sometimes proc an Undertale. It's actually better. We found a full cure, so that's one of the new items, and it fully cures. It's like an X potion. Should have called it X pot. Money, money, money. Okay. And that took us out over here. How fun. Now let's see if Sard of the Sage's house, save for anything bad, is actually Sard of the Sage's house. It's the volcano. Well, it could finally be volcano now. A very brown, I guess this is a shade of brown volcano. Alright, we gotta check all these damn boxes. Actually, we gotta find them. Keep forgetting that the chests are shuffled. Agama. Inagama Davida. He procced the rarity color scheme. Yeah, you keep your silver knife, that's fine. I think I'll be alright. If I actually open boxes. Peed. Rather runnable peeds, I'd like to think. Oh yeah. Alright, there's nothing at the end of the hairpins, so that's good. Huh, the fire elementals also proc the rarity color scheme. The funny thing is, in the default game, the Nightmare Horse has that rarity color scheme, son. Even in the past, they were making some sort of statement. Some sort of pony power ranking. Is that worth putting on him up there? Because he'll lose more evasion. Well, he gains more defense than he loses evasion. So what can you do? Well, everybody's rarity in the volcano. This volcano is getting cooler by 20%. It's the wrong fucking pony, Uncle Tiffany. If you're going to bring up MLP 20 years after when it was relevant, you could at least be accurate. God damn. Alright, well, I just realized we're level 15. So we ain't got to worry about the key. The paladin from OG Paladin wouldn't even know what to think at our lack of needing a key. Son, don't even bring up the Dragon Goat Lady. You're like, oh, I already knew you were going to, Uncle Tiffany. You can't sleep us. We have ribbons on our heads, keeping us awake. You can't battle crack at us. Once again, the ribbons. This treasure room is much more differently laid out. And Viz 2 armlets. Cool. That's real useful. And it casts a useful magic spell. Here's the thing though. Who do we want to be holding it now? I guess we'll put this on you. He can have both magic spells. For now. For now. Alright, is that all these boxes? No, that's not even all. Oh, and the fast armlet. We're finding all that good shit. If we go up against Kraken again, son, he ain't gonna know I hit him. Or maybe he will. I fasted, invised, pair of troublemakers, son. Lovable scamps, the two of them. I think we have to, yeah. See, normally you have no reason to go in that left area. The treasure chest shuffler does for the inside of the dungeons and such what the randomizer does for the overworld, in that you enter areas you never normally would enter. Son, talk about soul. Talk about bad guy. If you were the guy from The Water Boy, you'd be like, did you just make a Guilty Gear joke, Tenfei? I did. Okay. Once we start approaching level 20 is when we're going to need to start slowing things down. Simmer down now. Don't want to get too many levels for your rat tail. You don't want to fill up on levels before your rat tail, son. It's like filling up on bread. The rat tail is the entree and the dessert. Okay, I have to wonder now. Yeah, because I guess the boxes could be anywhere. They could even be a boat. So we need to look around. Get a feel for this place. I'm glad we procced such an interesting color palette. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw these areas of the volcano. I don't know if the chests are linked to the floor they normally spawn on, so maybe a floor like this can't actually have chests on it. But I like to check. I got heal potions, son. I ain't scared. I ain't scared of damage. And when you're walking on a damaging tile, you can't get in no random battles. Sakaguchis hate it. Now, I believe the setting for shuffling the chest specifically said it got rid of the linked chest, which is good. It's always been one of the weirdest things about the game. That's a good sword, and it cast a good spell. You double love to see it. Alright, we gotta drop one of these shitty ice swords to get the good ice sword. Alright. So who is going to... Well, only the fighter can wield it, but it would give him a spell to cast. Yeah. Hold on, my phone silently bleep and then silently bloop. And now everything is a lie. Everything's a lie. Now, is it better than our sun sword? Sun. Let's see. 38, 39, 19. It's got a higher crit rate, but I'll take that hit rate instead. You can't crit if you don't hit. I think all crits are technically hits. Like, guess who just threw away his chance at a bowl of cheese grits? Shit, Lord. Do you ever feel pity for the people that haven't been watching Tenfei long enough to have a semblance of a clue of what the hell's going on? Maybe it's better that way. You pass some sort of threshold where you start seeing through the nonsense. Morpheus is there. And he's like, he's done it. He's seen beyond the nonsense at the rich narrative lore of the Tenfei. Well, there weren't any chests hardly at all on that floor. That means the bottom floor, we're going to have to go around and start looking at shit. All kinds of rooms we never explore, son. Guess let's start in the very left and make our way around to the Fiend room. Multigam. Hell yeah. We're powerful. We don't even need pluck and gumption. We got skill. And techniques now. Money in a box. Smoke in a box. Nothing in a box because that weren't a box. Okay, the Red D. Let's see what you do these days. When our boys come, slatting hate swords. Oh yeah. I stepped on the Agamata again. I guess we'll just have to get a bunch of free experience and money. And lose 12 HP. Well, plus 26. Oh, we ain't got to worry about the trap tile in the middle. Alright, there's one room now. Okay, we still have over 50 heal potions, so we're still good. It's still good. I just want to loot my volcano shards. Oh yeah. Okay, so we have 12 plus 4 is 16. So we should be getting 2 of them experience multipliers. Oh no, how did he miss so bad? Gregory House, I can't believe how often we're running into you. With nary a magic spell charge between the two of us, son. We got items that cast spells, but he doesn't acknowledge that as real. Just like Jesus. Okay, we could fight 2 snakes. As long as they don't be poison snakes. Especially on a day like today when it's real hot. Okay. Yeah, we're just getting all kinds of... So yeah, a lot of these must be the chests from the previous floor, so I guess they can appear anywhere. A lit shirt. No one will ever be able to wear it, but we can cast lit one, and that's what's important. It's always worse when the spell casting item is an armor, because you tend to use your 4 armor slots. The weapon slots, that's where the garbage is. Just drop this. Stice. More Agamatiles. It's a good farming spot, I guess. Maybe. I'd say we've been leveling at a decent rate. The none / everybody still gets experience flag is good. I might leave that on in the future. Let me know what you think about my settings with how the Dragon Warrior... Because you could set it where it saves on game over, and you don't have to set it. That's separate from the Dragon Warrior mode. The whole teleport back to the Corneria and lose half your money is like a sub flag of save when game over. Another rub in the form of an axe. Got a rub stick and a rub axe. So let's drop this giant sword that we were never going to use. Oh yeah, don't forget we can cast ice too now. Don't forget we got AoE. In fact, let's just rub this fucking Agama to death between the two of us, son. Need to put the rub axe as his second weapon. Anyway, see if you can rub him down before I ice him down. He's getting the old ice rub. I don't know how effective the items casting instant death is versus, you know, an actual mage. Like if it has a different effective percentage or something. Some kind of maths in there. The old man from Limit Breakers would probably know a little something about it. The whole time Gump's like, why don't you just take the sword you're using to cast that spell and hit him with it? And Pluck's like, my god, you're a genius. Gump! Why did you solo that encounter so quickly? 'Cause you told me to, Pluck Sergeant. You must have an IQ of 160. Okay, I remember what we were going to do. I was so busy trying to make that Forrest Gump reference in my head, I forgot why I opened the menu. We're almost done looting the volcano. And killing these lizards. Getting their gizzards. Gizzards, like chicken gizzards. Is there anyone younger than all of our collective grandparents' age that likes chicken gizzards in the current age? I don't even think KFC carries them anymore. At least not around here. That's a lot of bull that I don't want to deal with. So we won. Good for us. Alright, let's see what kind of carry fight we got. If we can carry this carry fight. I think we'll be good now that we can stack our buffs. Has everybody got their buff items good and ready? Oh yeah, they're all armors. Oh, we need that fast armlet. Oh, we're going to use that more than Cure 2. Are we? Are we? That's the thing. We are going to put the boy in the front row for the boss fight. The boss fight bunch, we call them. As long as he can fast and invis, we should be good. And just like that, Pluck did all the work. Soloed that snake woman on his own. Not even close. Alright, well, Sarda the Sage's volcano lair has been completely plundered. Let's go see what the Earth Cave's got going on. What kind of movers and shakers are hanging out at the Earth Cave these days, son? Hopefully they got some rat tail. Now we're going to have to check all the damn rooms of the Earth Cave. So that's fun. How many heal potions we at? Is that enough to spelunk the whole damn Earth Cave? Guess we'll find out. Once again, if we game over, we just go back to Corneria. We can't stop. Oh yeah, I forgot that you're not necessarily the Earth Cave. You could be the dragons. Don't make me plunder the dragons. I can't aim at chess. A katana, hell yeah. Give that boy something to look forward to when he class upgrades, son. Give him a reason to need that rat tail in his life. He needed more convincing somehow. He doesn't believe in the mantra that rat tail is its own reward. He needs some icing on the cake. I'd rather have some rat tail on the cake. Wiggling my eyes. You're like, what exactly does that mean, Uncle Tenfei? Like, oh, you're not supposed to ask follow-up questions. You're all supposed to just groan and roll your eyes. And then we move on. Is this your first Tenfei video? I apologize. Okay, now... where are we going? I could sail around the world for fun. Let's sail somewhere where they got heal posts. Oh yeah, we could check the Castle of Ordeals. I turned on all the northern docks. I guess all the Cardia Isles are going to have various locations, since we're finding them strewn all about these days. Alright, maximize your heals. So we need 57. 57? No, Dante, shut up. Nobody cares. You don't sell those here. This place is terrible. You're lucky your name has a super pretty word in it, or I'd be leaving a worse Yelp review. I guess let's sail down to Elfland. The odd eyeball. Oh yeah, we need to put our boy back in the front row, so we can be getting them preemptive strikes. He's been using like the same sword the whole game, hasn't he? That coral sword. Never seen somebody nurse a coral sword so long. 21, 18, 23. I think it's still better than any of the shit he can equip. For the most part. He's got a katana sword and a vorpal sword to look forward to, son. He ain't hurting for melees. Once again, we put a good jaundiced shark out of his misery, son. You know, he's fit to burst with ambergris. I don't know if sharks have that, or if that's just whales. If that's just whales. You're like, no, you got to go to Sussex for something like that. Ho ho ho. Having a bit of a giggle watching the Tenfei video, I am. Oh, we could buy some more Blastos as well. Alright, we needed 57 of these. Let's get at least 3, son. For dire situations, son. Dire straits. They come on the radio, son, and you find out that it's a version that doesn't have the second verse in it, son. That's dire straits. Okay, this led to, yeah, we did the ice cave. I'm trying to remember where the Mirage Tower was. Maybe it was Montoya's cave? Should be writing this shit down. Alright, Castle of Ordeals. We've already been into you. I want to fight these catmen. Damn it. Gump is all ready to run away, and Flux like, hold up now. I ain't running from a pack of catmen in the woods. I ain't met the catman yet that I couldn't lick in the woods. And Gump's like, you might want to phrase that different. He's like, you're not saying me saying we should stop and fight these catmen was me pulling a boner. And Gump's like, man, you need to update your lexicon, son. Okay, here's Start of the Stage. Now that we've blown up his volcano lair before James Bond could even get to it. Now, where are these chests from that you've generated? Another flame +2 sword. Well, you know, I want it. Which of these can we buy? Oh, short swords are garbage. Thank you. A bottle. Well, if I ever find the town of Gaia... Well, I know where the town of Gaia is. Once again, they didn't rotate. I did open this box, didn't I? I know it had a sword. Well, then what's in your little side? Yeah, you didn't think I knew your little side room. For once had items. If you could call a cabin and $2 items. Alright, I'm glad he moved into this nice castle. I guess that's how he could afford a secret volcano lair. Alright, where are we headed now? Well, we can go to Bahamut's cave. Because it'll have a dock. The other cardio aisles, we're going to need the airship. But we can check the waterfall. We can check Onrak. And remember, we have the Oxiel, so we can see where the submarine leads. Okay, so this is Elf Castle. Good. I can wake this motherfucker up to justice. Well, I'm glad you have all the boxes in here. I've got the rat tail. Rod, what are you doing in the prince's bedroom? It's like, that man's in a coma, son, so somebody's got to watch his plasma screen. Somebody's got to watch the race. And sit in this nice Barca lounger. Drop this thing right here. Well, now we have a stick that casts lit too. We've got all kinds of options. We've got all kinds of options. I can't see my little hand. Apparently, we didn't drop it, did we? Hold on. Where's my fight? It's trying times. Okay, we want to... Oh, we did want to drop this, didn't we? No, I'll know. I'll remember how the menus work someday, kids. I promise. I'll practice menuing. Okay, we want you right here. There you go. You both have an elemental spell, and you both have a rub spell, son. Coordination. If we could just get a rat tail so you could have a good sword. He's already got a good sword. We'll just get him a better one. He's getting the Vorpal sword, son. Manx and foes never stood a chance when he sought them. Oh, had a worm just in here in the Princess Chambers, did you? The Princess Chambers worm, they call it. Guarding his precious $120. Oh, don't forget, our boy can open boxes. I completely forgot to put him in the front row. Oh, we generated a secret. We caused one of them graphical glitches. Neat. I mean, it's not speedrun tech. Summon Assault ain't gonna have nothing to do with it, but yeah, everything's got to be to impress Summon Assault, Jesus. We could just have fun together. I guess there's no other rooms other than that back room. You're like, the back rooms? Now I'm paying attention. Now I, the youth, well, you have no box boxes in there. That's awful. What do you keep over here? One of these rooms. What do you say? Yeah, Bahamut, something all right. Any hints where he hid that rat tail? I'm just saying. Just saying. I know he has every one of the Clayron dancers on speed dial, son. He's got all them digits. All them digitigrade digits. Okay, so Rod's with us, so when we find the Earth Cave, at least we can do the whole damn thing. Let's pop into Onrak real quick. See what they got going on. Okay, the cube. So now we have that. And we can buy some full cures. They're not cheap. Mr. Dink keeps a stack of 99, but he's a special exception, son. Give me a couple of these for when we get desperate. Yep, we gotta talk to I Got Legs lady. I do, and I use them to kick you out of reality. It's like that silly Vern when you go inside of the VR and energy need to return to Expel and Star Ocean 2. You all know what I'm talking about. You're like, I think I do? Okay, you led to another Bahamut cave. Now, we already found one of those, right? Yeah, so can't take to... We ain't got 2 fighters, unfortunately. Another katana sword. Well, our ninja can't dual wield. Final Fantasy hadn't invented dual wielding yet. Not a bad trip to Onrak. Meshach and Abendigo can't be reached for comment, though, unfortunately. Advanced reset strats. Boom. Alright, the Waterfall Cave. TLC. Logging off as we speak, as we go to chase this waterfall. The rivers and the lakes that we're used to hold no power over me. Alright, let's see where this damn place leads. Oh, we found the Earth Cave. It was perfect time to find Rod. Now the tail could be in here. Here's what we're going to do. No, we know the tail can't be at the caravan because we already found the item shop item. I still want to check the caravan real quick, and if it's nothing important, we can just reset back to the ice or the Earth Cave on the water. Once again, we're getting to take the funnest little path. Where the hell am I? This isn't the fun little path. This doesn't even lead to where we want to be. I've once again walked down an area that has never been stepped foot on in the history of people playing Final Fantasy. We're having the best fucking time. I think that might connect in the remasters. See, that's where they get you. And we probably the longest walk, too. What are you selling, stranger? Yeah, just a cabin house. A team of 4 Gruggers. I see. So I think the chest can only spawn in rooms, in a place that has rooms. And I believe that because it would make things easier. And I just wish things were easier right now. See, we could have gone back to Corneria Castle and checked that. I bet the rat tail's there. I bet the rat tail is somewhere right now where we could just have it for fun. Blast and Smoke were in there, son. Blast was fighting that smoky robot ninja from Mortal Kombat. Although I don't even know if he's still a robot. They changed so much shit in Mortal Kombat. Hey guys, you look like a bunch of assholes we're going to obliterate with elemental magic. It's a shame we don't have fire, since the undead are weak to fire, but I think our lit 2s and our ice 2s should just get us by. Just scrape through the battle. Do we need a heal? We do, maybe, but I'm not worried about it. It ain't no thing. Alright. In case we want to save for it. Run away and run away and run away and run away. Getting a lot of good enemy color palettes this playthrough that I appreciate. We could fight one giant between the 2 of us. I think we threw away all of our giant swords that we had to have. Having a fighter in a party just makes you want swords. We finally found the 4th item, the Phoenix Down, or the Phoenix. So thank God we can res one time if needed. I am thankful that we found the ribbons as early as we did. Bonus pro ring. Ah, the ruse stick. Yes, indeed. I guess you can drop this rune sword for a ruse staff. Now, we're probably going to use that more on him, since he will be tanking like boss fights more than likely. Just go ahead and have your katana sword up there so you can start getting used to it. Start loving it. How I learned to stop worrying and love the katana sword. When I learned that it was bananas that I did damage when I brandished my katanas, that's when I knew. His ideals were congruent to my own. The Sun Sword's got one of my favorite appearances in this game too. It's like a cool orange color. I'm a bit biased towards orange colors. Orange color things are just inherently cool. You're like what? Like tigers. And cool tiger men. And pretty tiger ladies. Frosty's nuts, shitlords. We ain't scared of you. Oh, he was so close to soloing it, too. Had to let the fighter get slapped once, just so he could feel alive again. Well, we're level 20. And we ain't ninjas, and we ain't knights. Maybe when we find the incentive item, we could just start skipping chests. It's not like the rat tail has been in the Earth Cave in a recent randomizer and filling our lives with misery and woe. I don't think there's another room over there in the bottom left, and I'm just going to continue to think that. Because once again, it just makes things easier. If you can just lie to yourself to make things easier, why wouldn't you? That's the life lesson today, boys. These zombies must have high agility because they're always preemptive striking us, but they're weak as shit. The opal armor, I want that for later for fun. I want to have that. Once again, we could resist lightning, son. I'm way ahead of you. The only way you can get me with lightning is if a certain dragoon lady from a certain Final Fantasy is cosplaying as her. Then you might have my attention. Figure we just blow these undead up with our elemental spells. Ice is going to do less because they're undead, but the lightning, that should put the Fear of Zeus chant in them, son. Blitzgeist, you could call them. If there's not a German like indie band called Blitzgeist, then I don't know what to believe anymore. And if there isn't, and you happen to live in Deutschland, well, now you've got a project. You got a hobby now. You're like, guess I'll start a band. Thanks, Uncle Tim. I need to look up the Deutsch word for uncle. Or maybe it's just uncle spelled different. Because it's got a K sound in it, so it probably has some sort of a Deutsch origin. Because remember, English is just like French and German blended together when you think about it. And all the cruder, harsher sounding words, like most of the swears, have a K sound. But the French is douchier. So you got, you got to be able to, like, control your sinuses better to say more French words. One Frosty. All that frost gave him gangrene, apparently. He's 1080p. Kiki. Kiki. Yeah, that's the only explanation I could think of is they must have like twice the agility Gump has. We'll have to come back when we're a ninja. See if we can't surpass them. Well, that's just empty. Like my soul. Alright, the vampire. What do you get up to these days? The sun sword ought to put him in his fucking place. In fact, I'm just gonna... Yeah, let's see if we can go in the correct order. Here we go, boys. Oh, and he rolled a blue color, sorta. He's like, I'm a slightly off blue. As long as I'm in the blue area of the color wheel, I'm okay. The floater will get us all kinds of checks now. We'll be swimming in rat tail before you know it. Rod, get this fucking thing open, son. Just a rod will do ya. Wow, we didn't get preemptive struck by the zombies for once. The mummies are quick too. You don't really think of zombies and mummies as fast. We must be in a Snyder movie. Another cure helmet. Another interesting item to have found. We've been going through the most helmets. Both of our boys could have a cure spell in the final dungeon if we give up some armor. The ironic thing is we might not need the cure spell if we had the armor to take less damage. What a catch-22. But I traded my Cure 2 helmet for these ornate cones. But I traded all of my defense for this wig. I kind of messed that up. My gift of the Magi got ahead of me a little bit. Oh, I want to blow all y'all up with a blaster. If we didn't get a preemptive strike so that we could just run away, I might have done it. I think these are the first wizards we've encountered. Warriors couldn't be reached for comment. Smoke. Shiva. Muntaro. Mortal Kombat. I don't have the energy right now to actually yell Mortal Kombat like you're supposed to. Silver armor, money in a box. I think all that's left is to kick Lich in the dick. I think we're just going to go in there, fast the fighter, and come swinging. See if he has any boxes in here. I mean, he doesn't. But I still like... Oh, we've passed the threshold of heals. Integers. Alright, put the boy in the front. Let's do this. So you don't have any... Oh no, he has the root stick, of course. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty much set. We've got ruse and fast. All we need is temper or saber. And we'll be up there, boys. See if he has enough time to fast himself before Pluck takes him down. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. And we're earning them shards, boys. Of course, we ain't going in Temple of Fiends without Rat Tail. I won't compromise. I was tempted to use a house just for fun. But even I can't justify the waste. Even I feel Henry and Margaret's theme. Henry and Margaret Fame's anger radiating through the aether. Let's go get our airship. That's the first step to getting our rat tail. Maybe when we turn in this bottle, I guess we'll fight this one cool tiger. We killed him with love. Tiger love, son. Sagat has a needle point hanging up in his living room. It just says Tiger love. Okay, so the fastest way to the airship would be to sail north, across the ocean. The briny seas were calm that day as we went to get our magical flying sky boat. Imagine instead of an airship, they called it a sky boat. I mean, they kind of mean the same thing when you think about it. It's just they chose airship in the past. It's one of the Mandela effect things, son. If you ever see a Bernstein Bears book, you can guarantee there's going to be float boats in your Final Fantasies. Alright, if you crowd could stop attacking me for one fucking second. Gotta put my boy in front. floater. A mysterious rock. Alright, we're betting it all on bottle, baby. Big bottle bets for Rat Tail. What town is this? Gaia. Okay. You're very garish. It's almost orange, but it's just brown enough to be disappointing. Blorange, we call that. It's our own original color. Okay, much garbage. Gotcha. Uh-huh. Yes, sir. Got to have it. Gotta want to need to have a garbage jangles. And in here... Okay, we could finally buy phoenixes. They definitely made them an appropriate price for such a good item. Well, we don't need heals. We're over the limit. Alright, fairy. Rat tail fairy. Quite contrary. How does your bottle grow? Oh! Astos is trying to keep me from the rat tail. You've done fucked up, boys. He's not even buff Astos, because he knows he fucked up. It's like that time the Monarch and 21 pretended to kidnap Red Death's wife and daughter because they wanted to get him out of the way so they could venge Dr. Archer is what I was about to say. So they could arch Dr. Venture. And he weren't having none of it. Oh, I don't want to use a cabin now that I got 69, but I'll do it. Alright, where was Bahamut? We have to remember that now. Was he in the volcano? It'd be a good place for a dragon to be, but I honestly don't remember. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's even the right color scheme, son. Hot damn. Rat tail burning a hole in my pocket. Luckily we don't have to fight him because it's just the two of us. We ain't a full party. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at them Final Fantasy 3 ass fucking knights and ninjas. I forgot the Final Fantasy 3 ninja overworld sprite is basically the same as the first game. Kind of like how the fighter basically looks like the same fighter. We're going to learn some magic spells. We're going to give a magic hell. Okay, let's see what we were missing out on. Of course, we're going to have to gain a few levels. Put some magic meat on them bones. We haven't found Leafin yet, but instead of visiting the superstore, you know the funnest way to do it is to go to each town individually. In fact, I'm going to walk around with you on the overworld map for now, just because you look cool. What white magic can my boy learn? Fog Cure, there's Exit. And Cure 3, hell yeah, he wants Cure 3. Hell yeah, he wants Exit. And he could actually only learn Fog, but he would have no reason to learn Cure 1. So there you go, boys. Hot damn, if Warp is over here, Dark Saber Rub Ice. That's good shit. He's probably going to cast Saber more. Put that in the first slot. Ice here. He's got like several ways to cast Rub, but Dark is... we'll just teach him Dark anyway, because it sounds cool. We're teaching him for RP purposes. Alright. Provoca. It's got to have some good level 2 magics, or else it'll be tragic. Okay, there's the black magic shop. Where's the white magic? Right over here, where it always should have been. Okay, life 2, wall. I mean, technically, if we wanted to unequip the ribbon before a boss fight and had a lot of confidence in getting wall up, we could have another armor slot, but I don't think any of that is necessary. Give that boy life 2. He can banish people to the next dimension for fun. Fear is so stupid. Let's just have wall just in case. I was going to warp out of town, but I forgot we don't actually have any spell charges yet because we became too robust and powerfully leveled before we class changed. We filled up on levels before we got the rat tail. Blind Lock Hold lit. Now I did turn on improved single target spells, so it's not the worst. Let's put lit on that boy. Gump learns lit. Yes. Gump learns lock. Yes. Gump learns hold. Yes. Yes! M. Bison himself. And look, the end's right here so we could save. Reset out. Glottal error won't stop us. Get me to Elftown, boys. See what our final spells are. I'm praying for Fade, son. As level 3 white magic. I landed on the town. But I'm the hero, so they can't get mad, even though I destroyed their infrastructure. Alright, what's you getting there? Ooh. Now, fast is nice because we can put the fast gauntlet on the knight if we wanted to, give him more options. I don't think he needs ice too, especially since he has shit to cast it. And he can break people into pieces for fun. Let's give him fast. Let's give him brack. Slow over ice 2. He's never going to cast ice 2 over one of these spells probably, so just give him a slow for fun to fill up the slots, the slow slots. Don't forget about Intertroper. Int-roper. There's... No! Come on, it has to be on a slot he can't get. That's shitty. I'm mad. Well, I guess we'll give him Fog 2 and Mute. Oh boy. I love that he can't unleash Holy Hail. Sour Grapes ass fucking Fade spell. Alright, and the ninja gets extra magic for being an extra good boy. There's Nuke! He gets his good spell! Boys, this is going to be in the, when y'all are voting on who is the best party member, I gotta think that the Nuke versus Fade, if that could be your comment, if you put the ninja, if you put Gump ahead of Pluck, you'd be like, sorry, brah. Sorry, brah. I gotta have me a boy with a high damage elemental spell, man. Saving money so we can buy phoenixes in case the knight gets killed. I don't need to go to the weapons store. Alright, so all that's left is to get enough shards to kick Chaos in the dick. Which we could get by... Let's go beat Kraken. How many places did we not unlock the doors in, though? So let's do that first. We still haven't found the Marsh Cave. Okay, Corneria Castle was Matoya's cave. I remember that. I believe this was the Dwarf Cave. Was it not? Which means our ninja can lockpick some doors. That's actually something they brought over from Final Fantasy 3, because remember one of the advantages of having a thief in your party in Final Fantasy 3. I guess just having the level 15 ninja slash thief in the party. I don't need any more rub axes. Lets the door open. God, I need to get one spell charge before we keep doing this shit, just so I have an excuse to cast Exit to get us out of these places. This is another fine mess you've worked us out of. I did turn into Adamant earlier, didn't I? I can't remember what he gave us. It was such a long time ago. A distant age. Okay. So Matoya's Cave was Matoya's Cave the Mirage Tower? I'm thinking about it. No, it was here. Which means we can check these other rooms now. That we can open the doors. Wizards. Don't get blizzards. That hurt them more than anything else, son. They had their hearts set. One of them was even going to get Oreo Butterfinger, son. That's an indulgent blizzard, but damn ain't it good. You might think Reese's is the way to go, but I find that Reese's in a blizzard, you seem to get more chunks of the chocolate than you do the peanut butter, and the ice cream makes the chocolate like harder and colder, as you would expect it to. So I tend to stay away. Same reason I don't get Snickers in a blizzard, son. That caramel meets that ice cream, no sir. I've already destroyed my teeth enough, thank you. Alright, let's, we checked. We haven't checked Corneria Castle, which was in the Marsh Cave. We still haven't found the Northwest Castle, which we know will be the legit king this time, since we've already beat the shit out of Astos, who was pretending to be the fair. So was he trapped in the bottle? I didn't even think about that. I was in such a blind rage seeing he had my rat tail. Hold on, it's overwhelming. I need a drink of water. Harmonica, son. We got it from Alvin right before Christmas. Mrs. Claus will have to give him a replacement. It's an old cartoon special joke, but it checks out, sir. Alright, well, we're going to need that to beat the game, so I'm glad we found it. What was in the Northwest Castle? It was the sea... Okay, so we can go down there and kill McCracken. Let's see. I believe I turned on the setting where as we gain spell charges, we get that many castings, because I really like that setting. So if we can level up a little bit as we're walking down there to kick Kraken in the dick, then we'll get us some spell charges and have fun. Once again, Nagas are being implored to even try. Catch this snake tail. Alright, luckily we've checked all the treasure chests. Speaking of blizzards, my god. So we don't have to worry about that. We can just run straight on Kraken, attack on Kraken. Oh, don't forget to put the boy back in the front row so we run away better. We're more heroic. I could probably leave him in the front row for the boss fights at this point. Maybe not against Chaos. But remember, the knight has life too once he gets some charges. So it doesn't even matter if the ninja gets obliterated, son. We can just raise his corpse to fight again. Like true heroes. True heroes never let their friends permanently die in battle. They just keep dragging their corpse along. There was actually a spell, a black magic spell in Final Fantasy XI of all games to bring up. They called Tractor. I guess like Tractor Beam. And all it did was pull allies' corpses towards you. So you could res them in a safer spot. Dying in Final Fantasy XI was bad. If none of y'all ever played it, but you've played like WoW, I'm telling you, when you died in Final Fantasy XI, you lost like 10% of the total experience needed for next level. And if it was enough to push you below 0, you de-leveled. And it made this awful noise. And if your gear you were wearing, you no longer met the level requirement for it, you just didn't have it equipped anymore. It was a fucking nightmare. You're like, yeah, Final Fantasy XI was a fucking nightmare. It's the first time you ever brought that up, Uncle Tepe. I'm like your granddad who can't stop talking about his war stories, son. The horror. The horror. Hey, idiot. We're going to very easily beat you by fasting and rusing. You're rusing for a bruising, mister. Right now you fast yourself and you just start swinging. Oh, we haven't even given them their advanced swords yet. I got so excited about magic that I forgot to equip the katana and the Vorpal sword. Manx and foes are just laughing. Doesn't matter, snicker snack anyway. We still ain't got no spell charges, I'm just saying. Katanas, now 38, 39, 19. So this just has such a higher crit rate that I'm going to try it out. Because generally, if you can, roll that many crits, then it doesn't matter that your damage is just a bit lower. Just top him off with a heal spell as we walk out of here. Money in a box, you say. Interesting. So we could technically beat the game now. We just had enough magic meat on our bones. I want to find the rest of the locations, though. Aren't you all curious? Aren't you all eat up with curiosity? There must be the Cardio Islands and the actual Mirage Tower. Oh, and I guess the town of Leafin. We haven't checked that yet, either. Leave it to you, crowd, to bring up something sensible like that. Ruin everything. Here's the Marsh Cave. I don't want to go in there until we got exit. We got at least one cast in the exit. Okay, here's the Northwest Castle. What say ye, kind old king? Can't hold ye ribbon. I don't even need it. I'm keeping the crown. He can wear the ribbon. It's much better. I know the crown is more symbolic, but the ribbon has like stats and such. I can't walk in that little spot. Blasto is hanging out here at the Northwest Castle today. Is that it? Or the boxes moved elsewhere? I realized I was falling in my old trap of not looking around with my eyes. Once again, we get to explore all these little areas you would never step foot in, normally. But no, nothing was there. It availed us not. Oh, I've already found the rat tail. Me and Bahamut are already cool, son. It's all good, baby. Okay, an actual cardio island in the cardio islands. Who would have guessed? We've got bonus shards now. Well, if we find the Masamune, we know who it's going to go to by default. One of our boys is real picky and finicky, son. He eats around the Masamune. Pokes at it with his fork. Okay, where are we checking now? I guess the tower. I guess, well, no, because we need the chime. I'm sure it won't let us actually walk into the tower without the chime. I did turn on a setting where you can walk into here and actually walk all the way through. It's called Road to Ordeals. And if you get quote-unquote lucky, you'd have to sail your boat up here and march all the way to Castle of Ordeals because you don't have, like... Well, no, that's not true. You can't park there without the canoe. Maybe if you somehow had the airship, but you didn't have the boat or the canoe yet. I guess it can happen. Ain't you crowd just real vanilla? Once again, I can't stop forgetting. Oh yeah, we can't talk to these people. We ain't found the slab. We ain't returned the slab. Let's see what the level 8 spells would have been. A ice. That's nice. Stop. Let's see what level warp was. If we wanted to warp... Okay, yeah, we need a black mage for that. If we wanted to warp away the worries. Well, we could just reset back to our airboat. I guess we'll test the theory, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to let me in here without the chime. There's a dinosaur in the desert. How does he stay hydrated? He must just drink blood. Yeah, it won't let me in. Even a lockpicking ninja can't get in a sealed mystic tower. That's the way things are these days. So what are we actually left for us to check? I feel like we've been everywhere, man. We've been everywhere, man. Oh, yeah, I guess let's go into the marsh cave then. Where it was... it was one of those cardio islands. Don't skip leg day at the cardio island, son. If it was that marshy one right there, it'd be real appropriate, but I don't think it was. Maybe. Okay, no, you were just a thing. You were just a thing. You have no soul like the Ray clones. Okay, it weren't either of these. Did we check all of these little islands? You can see the little flashing dots that show entrances. No, that's right. You were the castle of Hassel. Oh, I gotta fight these saber-teasing catmans. I can't get enough of these saber-teasing catmans. We gotta have at least one fucking magic spell charge before we go in the final dungeon. It'll be embarrassing otherwise. Okay, you were the marsh cave. Let's see what's upstairs. The chests in here are probably going to be all kinds of shuffled around because there's tons of little rooms in the marsh cave. You kind of know how I like to poke my head into them. See what's up. See if anybody's winning and getting a high score. See what's going on in this thread. Cabin box. Well, there weren't shit upstairs. I could have just reset. But I want the integrity of the scum. The scum-tegrity. Yeah, once again, we got fast zombies. Not a fan. Not a fan. We could go to one of those volcano agama grind tiles. We need to find the tile with the eye on it. If that exists in our current setup. That would be the ultimate grinding spot, just like in the vanilla game. Or we could go try to fight dinosaurs in the desert, although with the low encounter rate. Oh god, I don't know if I've ever walked over here. Maybe the first time I played the game, Did you even know this little room was over here? Such mystery in the randomized marsh cave today. Yeah, these little rooms over here are just here to trick you in the vanilla game, and they did the same thing here. They maintained their purpose in a randomized world. Alright. Finally, my propensity to check every one of these rooms will pay off. Since we don't know where the shit'll be. Is this where the randomized treasure folk be? I got a mess of frost giants for them randomized treasure folk. Stroke will work better if the frost giants rolled a poison ability. We're definitely over shards. I'm just having too good a time. I wouldn't keep going if I didn't think you kids were having a good time too. I just need more events to happen in the game so that you can work towards figuring out who was best party member. Plus, we're still looking for like the Masamune. We found, did we find an item that casts Saber? I can't remember. No, we found the Fast Gauntlet. Yeah, having something that casts Temper or Saber other than the ninja himself being able to cast Saber on himself. Allow myself to saber myself. Ninja. Oh yeah, he's snicker snacking left and right, son. We could use these frost giants and such as like a grind tile. I aimed them wrong, I just realized. I just want enough that we have one spell charge, man. That's all I'm asking, man. There we go, please. Hell yeah. Everybody gets a one a spell cast. Multi-mana. Ooh, look, a secret bonus box in here. Alright, what you crowd? Oh, there's the key. Good for us. That's like starting as a thief in Dark Souls 1 and then also picking the master key as your starting item, son. Talk about redundant. I'm wondering, because the trap tiles are, you know, have been shuffled around too. There could be a good grind tile out there just waiting for us. Muck battle. And in the last room of the marsh cave, we found nothing but broken hearts. Warp us out of here, buddy. But I don't cast warp, I cast exit, damn. Exit! Alright, let's go beat the game. We're just wasting time now. The Temple of Fiends was Montoya's Cave, correct? Okay, I know where we are now. I got my bearings. Yeah, okay, good. Let's see, how's everybody doing? We've got plenty of... See, the reason I'm not as worried about items is because it's just the two of us, etc. I turned on short Topher. You're like, Topher Grace was already fairly short. I can't believe they cast him as Venom. I'm like, no, idiot. God, he stands for Temple of Fiends Revisited, idiot. But in all seriousness, all we have to do is circle around to Chaos. It's just this one floor. But on each side, there are two of the Fiends Revisited. So we have to fight at least two of them. There are two of them. Look at all this good shit here at the end of the game. The Excalibur boys, right at the last second. You gotta hate it when they hide a good weapon in the final dungeon. Is it better than his Vorpal sword that he took in hand? How to make some foes react. Okay, 28, 31, 66 is the crit rate though, as opposed to... I think we could have less crit and bigger hits. Okay. The Quake Staff. See, why couldn't I found that earlier? That's a fun item. That's a fun item to have that we're never going to get to use. Nope, it's a lie. I refuse. Here we go, boys. Quake staff. Rub axe. Quake stab rub axe. We accidentally invented a Guilty Gear character. Erased. You saved him from the horror of falling into a pit. Wow, one of you is real fucking tough, ain't you? There he goes. Well, that was fun. Okay, did we open all the boxes? We did. I accidentally warped back in time to the future. The harmonica will get us through here. Alright, left or right? I'm going to try left. Oh, we get to see Tiamat. Alright, you're getting fast and you're getting bruised. And Tiamat's asshole is going to get bruised. You're like, which one? Well, yeah, I forgot that canonically Tiamat has 5 assholes. You're like, canonically, Uncle Tim? Are you sure about that? Alright, I think we're tough enough now to cleave this 5-headed dragon in twain. Oh yeah. In fact, since we're just fighting these bosses now, we can put our boy back in the front row. Let him suck up some of them big hits. Knights and paladins love sucking up big hits. Hey, Kraken, I remember that time I beat dog shit out of you and you just cried and shit your pants. It's like, it wasn't shit, damn you, it was ink. It was ink. I'm like, yeah, well, it still stinks. Hot damn, waitresses are in need of tipping, baby. Oh wow, Fire 3. We're scared. We're real scared. Oh, he has nuke. That's fun. That's a neat trick. That's a neat trick. This doesn't count towards who was the better party member. Alright, we get to use one of our Phoenix Downs. We get to use our 1 Phoenix Down. Alright, all that's left is chaos. It's the final chaos, literally. Well, for this playthrough. Place your bets now. Who's going to get that last hit? Are you going to determine? Are you betting it all on the last hit? On which is the best party member? Pluck or gumption? Because I'll support that. I'll support that. Hey, shitlord. It's like, you guys are cheating. You're cheating, damn you. Damn you, I shall knock you down in the past. Okay, we got a cool colored chaos with some very, like, plain leggings and a tail guard. Alright, here's how this is going to go down, boys. Ruses and fast. Get that ruse up fast, boys. Alright, then fast yourself. And we're going to start swinging. Actually, that's not true. Gump, because he's filled with gumption, is going to use one of his, or his single precious saber casting to see if that puts him on the same level as Pluck. Seven hits for 7 damage, I see. We proc the tanky boy. The Vorpal Sword would be better against the tanky boy, because crits. Why you gotta have nuclear? Why is it gotta be like that, Chaos? Huh? Hey, what? We're both going to drink a full heal, just because we never got a chance to use one. Hey, what? Just for fun, why don't you cast that 1 nuke charge? See if you can finish the fight with it. Not quite. Not quite finishing the fight. I'm curious who's going to be the closer, son. Crits are for closers. And it was Gump. The Ninja Boy snuck in right at the last second to kill steal, son. Well, there we go, boys. We put another randomizer to bed. Yeah, that was a good time. It was definitely easier than the last one, where it's like half the length. Also, I didn't even realize that the last one was almost exactly 4 hours and 20 minutes long until I uploaded it. I would have tried to like cut 2 seconds off of it, but the way YouTube does the time, like even if you put it right at 420, there's always a chance it like takes away or adds a second to the timer, so I figured it weren't worth it. But yeah, that was fun. We had a good time. We didn't really face too much adversity. We got lucky with the ribbons and such. And like I said, I left the enemy scaling on the default, so they were like all between 70 and 150%. That last one, they were just between 100 and 200. So I have to figure out what gimmick we're going to do in the next one. It won't be another shard hunt. We'll try out something else. One of the other interesting modes. We might even order some pie a la mode. If you're French, that means it has ice cream on it. And I know it doesn't make sense. Welcome to English. Son. But yeah. Let me know if you were Team Ninja or Team Knight. So feel free to argue amongst yourselves like sports fans. Son. Feel free to venomously hate each other based on your decision of who to root for in this friendly competition that was the randomizer. In the meantime, I'm going to drink some water and relax. I should be able to get this up on Sunday because I'm recording on Saturday. I learned last time, sometimes randomizers go long if you try to record and edit and upload and process them all on a Sunday. You got to take that extra time. All right, well, I'll see y'all on the next one. Bada bing, bada boom, butter bean.